That's right. Hi, everyone. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes por acompañarnos en el día de hoy. I am so happy to be here con todos ustedes. I am your girl, Amara, la Negra, and you're listening to Exactly Amara, a production of iHeartRadio with my co-host,
CB Nunes.
That is right. And you know what? Today we have some hot topics. Pero in between these hot topics, we're going to be talking about plastic surgery.
What?
Because you know it's very trendy and everybody's already lifting, tucking, sucking it out. Bueno, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've done a little something, but I'm about to tell you now, too. Anyways, no, but the truth of the matter is I respect everybody's opinions on surgery.
Yes.
And one of the best doctors in the planet.
Yes.
And everybody knows him because he's super popular on social media, in the TikTok, and everything else. Who else but Dr. Miami is in the house.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. First of all, you know that I rep 305. I rep Miami all day. How am I not going to have you here today? And you know what? Dr. Miami knows and has all the tea, but you know, okay, he's professional or whatever. Yeah. So he's not going to tell us who he sucked it out and who he tucked it and lifted and everything else.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is, for those that may not know you, how long have you been in practice? Just give us a little info in your real quick.
Forever. I've been in practice for 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, in Miami. Responsible for many of the most hottest bodies on South Beach.
I know, like all the rappers and the celebrities and the influencers, but I'm not going to say who. Okay, go.
Right. I don't want to brag.
Okay, so usually what is the most common surgery that women go in for?
Right now, the Brazilian butt lift is the hottest surgery in Miami.
And I also heard it's very dangerous, too.
It can be.
Why is it so dangerous?
Because you need somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you need to think about safety. It's not just price. It's not just price. It's also safety. There's a lot of things that can go wrong anytime in surgery, and you got to do your homework.
When did I feel like with time things change. Yes. I remember there was a moment where having like the big boobs was a thing. Big boobs, skinny, blah blah blah, whatever. Then eventually I mean, first of all, como negra al fin, como morena, yes. We've always had these, you know, in our DNA. Curvy. It's very natural to us. But then it became even more popular to have the big butts, the small waist, the big boobs, da da da. When exactly do you feel that this change happened?
June 7th, 2012.
Oh, he knows the date and everything.
Wow.
Why?
No, it's not, I don't know if that's the exact date, but right around 2012, 2013, like a switch went on and the rest of the world realized that big butts are awesome.
It was Nicki Minaj.
It could be.
Because I remember when everyone thought that J-Lo's ass was huge, and that, if you look back at that footage, it was okay.
Yeah, it was just
You know what I'm saying? But then you look at Nicki Minaj,
just okay.
and she had ass for days.
Yeah, it is true. Bueno, pero as for days, but with all due respect, that's because I don't want the Nicki Minaj fans to come and eat me up.
No, the Barbs know she looked good.
I cannot say anything about Nicki Minaj for legal reasons whatsoever. I once got into a Twitter war with Nicki Minaj, actually twice, in 2015 and 2017. And like you said, the Barbs are vicious, and I would never, ever say anything to hurt their queen. Never, 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 never. She's awesome. We love her.
I love that she has loyal fans.
No.
She has the most loyal fans of anybody.
Of course. Of course, we know that.
Her fans are like cat people. I mean, they don't play.
We know that, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that the original Nicki Minaj that we saw when she first started in the industry, obviously her body has evolved and has changed throughout.
And
you
that's
know,
okay.
And that's okay.
And that's great. That's fantastic.
And that's okay. Like it's happened for a lot of artists.
I admire her. I'm a fan, a personal fan of her. So I'm not going to say one way or the other what I think she had done, etc. I'm just going to say she was gorgeous.
That's a trend, though. She did.
I agree. She's one of the first huge pop stars that got people to notice ass when nobody else was looking.
Okay, right. Talk about that ass. Now that you've gotten, you've had your scares. Do you feel the same way about every
Twitter scares?
Yeah, like
no. She's special. She's special.
But now, do you not talk about any artist or celebrity that you feel?
I can talk about the Kardashians and that's all I want. No, but look.
Why the hell Courtney does not get her body done? Like you need.
Well, maybe Courtney has had some things done. It's just maybe settled.
They've all had stuff.
Yeah, I mean she's had a lot of children, and she looks beautiful.
There's nothing wrong with it. Why do you gotta hide it?
That's a good question. Why do people these days feel like they have to hide the surgeries that they have done?
It's like you had braces, so what? You had braces. You sure your teeth grew a little funny and you have braces, now they're straight. Wonderful.
Let's keep it real. Caucasians are not into big asses, but now the Kardashians normalized it. Kim Kardashian, let's give her flowers. She normalized big asses because let me tell you, white men are not into big asses.
I disagree.
Prior.
I will disagree. I'll
That's the stereotype.
disagree. I'm a grandpa. I'm old, and I'm old enough to know that the pinup girls in the 40s and 50s were all curvy.
Oh my God, I used to love them.
Monroe had butt. I've been telling you, these girls were curvy. Something happened in the 70s
Not
and 80s.
Playboy.
70s and 80s. Well, Playboy came later, but in the 70s and 80s, something went wrong. Suddenly, like, people want to be like twigs. No, and the whole generation of people were misled into thinking, you know, being buttless was pretty.
Well, I was one of those girls, and for those that may not know, because I've never really spoken about it openly, eventually I'll have an open discussion about it, but I was bulimic for a very long time.
Oh.
After gaining a lot of weight and losing a lot of weight, I just felt like I really wanted to be like these women I saw in the magazines. Even the Victoria's Secret models back then, when it was really like a thing.
Twiggy.
I wanted to be skinny, long, and eventually I just had to accept my body's naturally not built this way. I naturally have curves, and I've always had this issue with my body, the way that I view my body. Like, even though I've lost weight, I still see myself like that, you know, like the bigger version of me.
You look fantastic. You look amazing. And when I walked in and you told me your story, I had no idea. There's no way. Can I mention weights and stuff?
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
And by the way, later on, when I have my children or whatever, Dr. Mario is gonna, hook me up. But right now, I'm still waiting.
Is plastic surgery more normalized and more accepted nowadays?
100%. Like, compared to when I started practice 20 years ago, it's like night and day. When I started my practice, if I saw a patient walking down the street, they would literally cross the street to the other side so that we wouldn't like run into each other. So we couldn't have like an awkward conversation. That's how much people kept it secret. Now it's like people like brag about it. They're like, oh, this Dr. Miami did this.
I know.
Dr. So-and-so.
That means you got money, you got coins, because you don't get Dr. Miami, it's not cheap.
And also having plastic surgery, it's a luxury item. It's something people want. And they're proud of. And why not? Why not?
Now, here's something else that is important to me. When it comes to, I've heard a lot of, obviously, body shaming and all types of things. When women or men
I'm against body shaming. Body shaming, that's not cool on any level.
I agree. When women or men come to you and they want to get a certain surgery that you feel that they don't necessarily need it,
I make them leave.
You make them leave, or do you still do it?
I have a long conversation. I don't do. No, of course not. Of course not.
Get out.
No. I don't. No. It's a long conversation. Sometimes I have longer conversations with those people than patients that actually end up having surgery, because it's important to get inside their mind and explain to them that what they think they look like is not what we see, what everybody else sees.
Right.
And there's a little bit of psychology, psychiatry that goes on with being a plastic surgeon. And a good plastic surgeon will turn away at least 15%. 15% of the people that come to his office or her office.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people that have gotten like these bizarre type of surgeries, and I'm like, who agreed to do this?
Well, look, whatever floats their boat, I get it, but like plastic surgery is great for the right person at the right time of their life.
My mom really is the one that be on my ass. I'm more like, I don't care, but my mom would be like, well, you should really do your nose a little bit. This and that. You should fix a little bit. She's one of those. Me, I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. No, but you should pay. And if I'm naked, she'll come to me and just be like, nah.
Right.
She's so annoying.
Right.
But here's
she
another.
works for me, by the way.
You're funny. When people come to your office, do they bring pictures of celebrities and stuff? Who are the top 3?
You know what? It used to be Nicki Minaj. It used to be celebrities everybody knew. J-Lo. Now it's just, I want to say random, but like it's just like Instagram people that they follow that they admire. And there's a list of hundreds of women that people can choose from now.
Yeah.
But it's always an Instagram personality that they follow. Those are the people that people are asking to look like.
What is the age group that really comes in?
So my entire practice is all women, 20 to 50.
20 to 50.
And the average age is getting younger and younger. It used to be like, say, 28, 29. Now it's more like 23, 24.
Right, because people don't feel the way they look. And I feel like your mother being a Dominican, I see the little the great Dominican flag you have on. Dominicans always say, if you feel young, then you should always look young. And it's true, because you don't want to be a creeper, looking like a creepy person at 70 years old, going to the club, and you feel inside that you're still
the worst
young.
thing is when you're acting young and you look old. That's
right.
Either be old and act old. Or
oh my God, what an advice.
But you know what I'm saying? It's that mismatch. That you said creeper. I don't know exactly what you mean.
Right.
You know those guys in the club.
Right.
That they don't belong in the club.
On the wall.
Yeah.
They do not. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Old for this.
I still give them attention because they probably equal money, but yes.
Okay, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, but there's something a little creepy about it. Yes or no?
Yeah.
It is very creepy.
I'm gonna get hate mail from those people. You know what?
The creep squad.
I'd rather piss them off 1,000 times than one Nicki Minaj fan. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
you're helping them out, though.
He learned.
You're helping people. I think you're doing an excellent job. You're helping people feel great about themselves. You're really a part of that.
For sure.
And look less creepy.
Right.
For sure. But you know what? Something else that I think about, like just getting a little bit more serious on a topic like this.
Yes.
I feel that this generation of the youth, how can I say this nicely? Let me pick my words wisely. The younger girls, to my understanding, this is only but my perspective, I've noticed that the girls that were like 15, 20 years ago don't look like the girls that are 15 these days. I also think that social media and everything else has, made them feel as if they have to look older than what they are. And whatever works for you, judgment-free zone. But I do see a lot of younger girls, like in Colombia, to my understanding, when you're like 15, 16, a lot of parents, sign off that you can get your boobs done or you can
15, 16.
Yes, I've heard it.
In our culture, it's very normalized.
That's young for Miami. It minimum be 18.
Yeah, as long as your parents authorize, you can go and get your no importa.
Right.
I mean, I've had some patients come in when they're 17 with their parents saying, okay, when she turns 18, we're like teeing up the ball, getting ready for it. But under 18, wow.
Has your body completely developed after you're 18?
It does develop a little bit more.
Okay.
For women, though, they're mostly done growing by 18 as far as height and stature, that sort of thing. Depends on your parents. I just ask them, how tall is your mom? How tall is your dad? How close are you to where your final growth is? And then you're ready for surgery. It also depends on the body part. So, like, for example, a teenager that has, like, giant breasts, there's no reason to let her suffer through high school with all that extra weight and attention that she doesn't want. You can get a breast reduction at 14 or 15 if they're in the way.
Right.
And a nose job for women, probably 16 is probably the youngest you want to start tweaking with those things.
Okay.
Because the face is still growing a little bit. But by 18, most women are fully grown. Men, it's a different story. Men continue to grow into their early 20s.
Oh.
In their face, in their shoulders.
I never knew that.
And between our legs, we keep growing. Out of nowhere, I became taller. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I going to continue to grow?
Right now.
Oh,
right. You're growing?
No.
You're growing as we speak?
My wife wishes I was going through a second growth spurt now. So, honey, what you see is what you get.
As far as Latinas, right? Do they get a lot of work done to their face or to their body?
Body.
Right.
Body.
I feel like with Caucasian women, they like face. They're all about their face. Yes, honey, face, categories, face. But Latinas is body.
Body.
What is the most common body part?
It's the butt, man.
It's the butt.
I just wanted to clarify.
Everybody wants to have that juicy.
The butt is king. And
that
if you're king of the butt, you're king of everything.
You're right.
Okay.
Men are just into asses nowadays.
Pero también, let me show some love to the girls. Little booties matter too. I want you to stay right there. We have so much more conversation with Dr. Miami right after this. And we are back with my co-host, Stevie Nunez, and my special guest, our first guest, Dr. Miami.
Fasten your seatbelt, ladies and gentlemen, because this portion of Exactly Amara, it's about to get real.
So he was like, okay, I want to talk a little bit more about your surgeries. And I was like, all right, boom. I got my boobs done, whatever, big deal. Eventually, I would like to get them done again. And he also told me something I didn't know.
What?
So originally, my boobs were kind of saggy. I don't care, okay? My boobs were saggy, I feel all the pressure from social media, TV. Okay, get them done so your dresses look better. Woo. Got them done. And then 6 years later, they're sagging again. Can I get them done again? And he's like, eventually.
Absolutely. You need to redo them.
Every year?
No, it can be as often as every year for people who have really bad skin elasticity. But
what about the scars?
Well, scars, you can't do it. You can't
you
make
just
an
have to
without breaking a few eggs.
Yeah.
That's one way to lift it. But you may need to lift it every couple of years for the rest of your life. Because remember you were heavier. The skin got stretched out. You lose elasticity. It comes back. It never quite gets as tight. It never gets as tight as it was.
It never gets as tight as it was?
It never gets as tight as it was.
So,
speaking of.
Does that happen about all the skin? Like, for example, like if you had your todo stretched out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Normal, because they could have been through like birth, having children, or maybe como que pam, 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 they hit you a little bit too much and you're stretched out as big as this table. So if that happens and they close you up, you have to get it tightened up every so often again?
Well, no. It depends what you do down there. Like, if you have 10 babies, you'll have to redo it.
Right.
Of course, all them heads coming out of that.
Okay, but if you had 10... Okay, well...
Even one human.
Let me just say that when my daughter and son was being born, I was not in that delivery room. No.
God.
I couldn't.
Toto again, the same way.
Toto.
Really?
Toto. You'll never look at Toto again the same way.
Really? Oh my God, I'm scared.
I mean, it is a beautiful thing. Let me tell you.
You can have a C-section if you want.
And everyone's entitled to like what they like and like what they don't like.
Yeah.
I just can't be in that delivery room.
I get it.
Because it's stretching out. My kid is coming out. Let alone, I don't like to have sex when my wife is pregnant either. Because that's just weird. But back to you, Dr. Miami.
Yes, that's the whole situation.
It's just weird because I know a baby's in there.
Wait.
And when it's getting closer to the
you need to
toto.
get it redone.
Yeah.
Most women don't. Once they have
it's
called a vaginoplasty.
Yeah.
A totoplasty.
Yeah.
When you tighten it up again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Most women only have to do that one time.
Okay,
Only because you're not fighting gravity. Talking about your breasts.
Oh, that's gravity. And the weight. And the weight of the
weight. Unless you sleep upside down like a bat, gravity's always going to be fighting against your breast. They're always going to want to go down.
Right.
So every couple of years, if your skin elasticity is not going to relift them.
Yeah, the same thing happens with balls. The gravity just stretches them out. Do they do anything for that? Do they?
But how about, could we stretch out the penis?
So
is that plastic surgery?
There is a new penis implant.
Okay.
No.
This is interesting.
There is a new penis implant.
For those with little
peepees. Pneuma. It's mainly.
You said Maluma?
Espérate.
Pneuma.
Oh, okay.
Pneuma. I trained on it. I went to Beverly Hills and trained with the guy who invented it. The guy's done thousands and thousands of them.
Okay.
Many, many happy, satisfied men and their wives and mothers or whatever. But look, it's like an implant. It's like a breast implant.
Okay.
It's a piece of silicone that
that
goes into the penis. Okay. And the way you put it in is not the way you think. You don't just like cut open the penis like a hot dog and flip it open like a bun and slide it in.
Yeah.
You actually make an incision in the super big area and then flip the penis inside out. Flip it inside out. Inside out. Imagine the penis whoosh, inside out. And then sew this piece of plastic on the silicone on.
Wow.
And then flip it back. It makes it thicker. It makes it longer. Now, you can't get like 3 inches out of it or 4 inches, but you get like an inch of length and a good like 2-3 inches of width.
Yeah.
And you never have any shrinkage. So like in the locker room, it never shrinks.
So it's always big. It's always like
it's
ready.
always like ready. You know, like there's growers and showers, right? So growers, they're ones that are small.
But doesn't your penis have to have like the strength to lift up that plastic?
Oh, it does. It's like a silicone that's like not super hard, but it's hard enough.
So it's like having sex with half a dildo and half a penis.
Yes.
Oh my God! Doesn't that sound like fun, Amara?
I'm curious because there's just so many surgeries for so many things, but the more I think about it, the more I really want to know, like, even after you get all these surgeries, who are you really doing this for? Are you really doing it for yourself, or are you doing it to attract the opposite sex? Once you get surgery done, how much does it really impact the amount of, I don't know, I guess it impacts by your confidence?
It's all about your confidence. Confidence is sexy in a man and a woman, and it's all about your confidence, and that is attractive. So even if you don't like look that much better, but you feel better, you will attract more people. No doubt about it.
Well, I don't know, because I'm a bad bitch, and you see me, and I'm still out here in these streets single. So sometimes I'm like, I know a lot of girls that, are heavier, that may not be the most attractive women based off society's standards of beauty, and have their confidence is super high, and they're the ones that really attract the man that a lot of girls wish.
That's exactly it. Some people don't need surgery for confidence, but some people do. And
I get it.
I would never judge somebody and say, oh, she needed surgery for confidence. So what?
The next thing I do want to ask Dr. Miami is,
go ahead.
What is the craziest offer you have received in exchange for free work?
Whatever you can possibly imagine has been DM'd to me as a potential payment. Whatever you can possibly imagine.
No, I don't imagine nothing. Please tell me.
Get the most craziest.
So I can imagine they have offered some free.
You don't have to say who it is, but
obviously sex.
My God!
And I'm not all about that. I'm grandpa.
Yeah.
I'm married for almost 27 years.
Wow. That's really who I would love to talk to next. At some point, I would love to talk to your wife, just to know how does she do it? Like, how do you wake up every day and know that your husband is going to go out there and work, and he's going to, look at totos and look at boobs and look at ass and look at this, and he's going to be dealing with a room full of women all day, every single day. How do you...
Well, first of all, I married like the least jealous woman on earth, and it drives me crazy because I would love to make her jealous. Everybody wants to make their partner a little bit jealous.
Just a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, not like crazy, but a little bit. Not like, boiling your rabbit, psycho jealous, but just a little something. Nothing. I get nothing out of that. But the other thing is, as a plastic surgeon, it's all, besides the fact that I'm a professional, there are many professionals that don't act professionally.
Right.
But also, it's like I'm seeing the breast and the butt from the inside.
Right.
Like I'm seeing the toto in a different perspective. I'm cutting toto.
Yeah.
Sewing toto.
Yeah, you're working. You're doing
I'm
surgery.
Working. There's blood. There's guts. There's it's a different kind of feel. It's not a club.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah.
So On the other hand, and I don't go to clubs, so if I avoid the clubs and just stick to the work, it's fine.
Right.
But my DMs are lit.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I would love to see your DMs and see who's sliding up in Dr. Miami's DMs. But guess what, mi gente? Stay tuned because ya regresamos con mucho más of Exactly Amara. We will be right back. Welcome back to Exactly Amara. It's your girl, Amara La Negra, and my co-host,
Stevie Nunez.
That is right. Today we're talking about this hot topic, plastic surgery and all. And penis and totos and body shaming.
Oh my God, could you say toto one more time for the listeners?
Toto.
And we're talking about all those important topics because not for nothing, social media has put a lot of pressure in the way that men and women feel that they have to look for society, whether it is through music videos, Instagrams, these influencers, these fitness influencers that supposedly have never had any surgery and is all workout.
If I had a nickel for every fitness influencer I operated on, I'd be richer than I am.
Okay. So you see, this is what I'm saying. So this topic was really important to me. And obviously we had to have Dr. Miami so that he can give us the tea. And something that we were talking about before was penises.
My favorite topic.
I know. And we were talking about the fact that sometimes a lot of men feel, they don't have that confidence because their penis may be small.
It's all about confidence.
But you guys now also provide a certain, surgery that can help them.
There's a new penis implant called Pneuma.
Okay.
And it does add girth and length to the penis, and it's very popular now.
And it gives men confidence to,
Yeah, you don't have any shrinkage in the locker room. It kind of stays at a respectable locker room length. But from a woman's perspective, tell me how you feel about it.
Mira, como la única mujer, like the only woman that's on this set right now, personally, I can only speak for myself, I don't care if you have a small penis. Like, it really doesn't make a huge difference to me as long as you know how to use it. And I think it's also about the chemistry and the connection with that person. Like, I feel that sex is a very important part of a relationship, but it's not everything. There's so many other things beyond that.
It's like 90%.
Yes, but there's other things that you can do. Like, you can do a lot of other things, foreplay. There's a lot of things that you can do to turn me on that once you get in there, boom, I'm ready for you. So I think that a lot of men have a lot of pressure from women. I just think you need to find your match.
Find your match.
And I just think that I don't like when a lot of men feel all this pressure from certain people that they have to have this huge penis that they naturally don't have. Like, you'll find someone who has a small toto that can take that, and that's fine too. And talking about men, I'm sure that a lot of couples go into your offices and, men a lot of times be like, I'm the one paying for this surgery. So this is what you're going to get done. And I want you to look a certain
I don't play with that. I don't roll with it. If somebody comes in and the husband's doing all the talking,
right. Because she's not happy. Oh my God, you're so nice, Dr. Miami.
There's something wrong there. Yeah. It's her body, her decision. Doesn't care who's paying for it.
Right.
She's my patient, and she's the one who has to be happy at the end.
Correct. What about, have you had a reverse that is usually the woman that's going in and doing a lot of the talking?
For the husband?
Yeah, and wants him to get wants you to get your abs done.
It happens every now and then. But usually it's more the other way around.
It's usually more the way around.
Let's get to this question, okay? Because this is like what everyone always asks. Getting your body done in Miami versus getting your body done in the Dominican Republic, Colombia. What is the difference?
Mexico, all these other countries.
There are fantastic surgeons in every country. Mm-hmm. You just got to find the really good, safe surgeons. If you don't speak the language or you're not familiar with the country, you're taking your chances because you don't really know the lay of the land. You know what I mean? You don't know if something goes wrong, what to do. But there are great surgeons everywhere, but you got to do your homework.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of deaths in the DR.
Right.
But there's deaths in Miami too. There's deaths in Colombia. There's deaths everywhere. But you got to pick your surgeon.
Yeah, I think that especially now, a lot of people are trying to get these surgeries done, low budget, cheap.
Hello, the stimulus check. People are getting their impuestos, their income taxes, and they're like, let me go to Dominican Republic and get this.
But don't be talking about the Dominican Republic.
No, because I'm Dominican, I can say they're not doing surgeries in Puerto Rico. They're doing it in the Dominican Republic.
No. There's surgeries in every country. Every country
does. No, but the majority of the people that I know, remember, I come from north. No. Everyone goes to the Dominican Republic. The majority. Let's talk real. No vamos a tapar el cielo con la mano.
DR is the number one destination.
It is the number one.
For medical tourism, for plastic surgery. Mexico is a close second, then Colombia, Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, look at that. I never knew that.
Yeah, Dominicans make a lot of money. Shout out to all the surgeons in the Dominican Republic. They do.
It's a big deal, especially BBLs. The thing is, you got to pick your place. you get what you pay for sometimes. And there's unfortunately there's some tragedies that happen because, you got to cut corners somewhere.
No, you know what?
I mean? People cut corners. If you pay less, they're going to cut corners.
After talking about all of these surgeries and bodies and celebrities and all these things and sex and da-da-da and all these other things, how does Dr. Miami define beauty?
How do I define beauty?
What do you consider to be beauty?
My wife, Ava.
What is beauty? Is there such thing as beauty?
It has changed throughout the years.
It changes through the years. On the other hand, like if you take a long view of beauty through history, right? And like when you said in the beginning of the conversation, there was a time when skinny was in, like very skinny was. If you look at the long view of history, all the little statues they find in the ground of fertility goddesses and things, they're all curvy. Yeah. In the Middle Ages, all the pictures of the beautiful women all had curves. I think that's more of the ideal, in my opinion, of beauty. It's just like curvy kind of.
I can't wait till being fat, having stretch marks, and cellulite is in style. Because there's going to be so many girls feeling good about themselves, including me.
You know what? I wouldn't mind being put out of business. It's fine. But you know what? I'd probably just split my business around and pivot and just be like, I can give you cellular.
Not really, because
I can't give you
varicose curves. A woman can, listen, there's a lot of women that are curvilicious, and they go get plastic surgery and they want to stay with that curvy body. Yeah. Hence why a lot of the people started having big asses is because a lot of bigger women started to go get their stomach done without getting their ass done. That's where the ass was created.
Okay. And even though that you're talking about getting their waist done, their lipos and all this, what happens when your ass don't match your knees or your ankles? That's another topic.
You can't even walk.
Do they have surgery for that?
Yes, they do.
Some surgeries to match your thighs to your ankles to your ass?
Yes, they do. Revisit this question in 30 years when nursing homes are now full of people that have BBLs and their butts don't match their ankles, and there'll be a whole new business there.
But okay.
They be looking like abipas, like
no, but hold on. I'm not trying to make fun of them, but
it's not making fun.
It's something that it's reality.
Think 30 years.
Does that affect? Because I feel like we're in the era of surgeries right now, where it's very in to do all these surgeries. Now, when it comes to your health, besides that, when it comes to your health, besides the beauty, does these surgery affect in the long run? When you get these breast implants that are super big, does that affect? When you get all these fillers in your face that, make you look good momentarily, but when you stop putting in the fillers, does that affect? When you get the BBL, when you're young, it works well. When 20 years from now, does that ass affect?
Health-wise, I would say it's fine. The only thing is if you get breast implants that are too big, you might have some back problems, but you can always downsize those. The fillers, I think the jury's out on that. We've only been doing fillers for like 15, 20 years. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any long-term problems with that. We don't put so much filler in that it stretches out the face. Yeah. But with the breasts, like you experienced, with the implants and stuff, they will stretch out. I mean, if you lift and tuck. The butt, I really don't know. We'll find out together.
Well, looking good and investing in yourself is an investment that should happen. Like right now, if I had a bigger ass and with a flatter stomach and living in Miami, I would probably be making much more money.
You'd be king of Miami.
Well, it is going to happen.
Isn't that crazy how we compare and put in the same category?
But that's what it is.
Having a big ass equivalent to money.
Right. It's qualified. You got to have the qualifications nowadays.
There is something called erotic capital. Like you were kind of kidding, but not really, about the Toto ruling the world, right?
Yes, the Toto does run the world.
Toto runs the world because there's something called erotic capital, and it's just like real money. You use it to get what is the purpose of money? Is to get people to do what you want. Yeah. Right.
Right.
That's it. And
so what is the purpose of having a fat ass?
It's erotic capital.
That's right.
If you have brains and the beauty, that is
like I do,
100%. You go into an interview looking fabulous and beautiful. I mean,
and smart.
Right. It is what it is. You're appealing to the human eye. And
now, the only thing I'll also say when it comes to this is judgment-free zone. This is only my opinion. However, I really wish that a lot of girls didn't depend so much based off their beauty. Like, yes, have beauty, but also have brains. Like, let's not just depend on, if I have big boobs and I have a small waist and I have a fat ass, I'm going to depend on finding a man or finding this opportunity based off these looks. We need to combine the beauty with the brain. And I know there's a lot of beautiful women that are empty right here. So how can we combine this together so that we can continue to be powerful, strong, independent women, especially si son Latinas? That is something that I would like to see, put together.
Well, unfortunately, what's your secret?
There's no brain surgery for y'all.
You got beauty and brains. What's your secret? Did somebody inspire you when you were a kid to like?
Well, I always talk about my mom. My mom, really has done a great job with me, and I want her to raise my kids. Like, I literally just want to push them out and give them to her. Like, you do whatever you did with me, do it again. But
it doesn't work like that.
Well, it's gonna work like that for me. Look, I have this podcast, I have TV shows, I have clothing line, I have too much going on. So I'm just like, Mom! And then I'm gonna keep working. Besides Latinas, we do this a lot, right?
I want to address the Latinx community real quick.
¿Qué pasó? What happened?
You have to make sure that you're happy first with who you are. So,
Yes.
like, if you want to be skinny, if you want to be chunky, if you want to be curvy,
Yeah.
you just have to make sure that mentally you are happy where you are, because everyone wants you to look a certain way, but how do you want to look? See, like, I would like for my stomach to be done and my boot, because I've been in the gym for so long and I just can't because I have so much work. I have the dad bod, all of that. Like, but I think I would be happier if I had that done, because, you know, I can now take off my shirt when I go to the beach. I can now, like, it's hard.
I mean, you can still do it. Like I said before, I think it's really about your own personal confidence and the way that you carry yourself. Yeah. What some people will take off the shirt, look that they wish that they had your body. The thing is that we're never satisfied.
DJ Khaled, they be like taking off their shirt, and Rick Ross.
We are never satisfied. We're never satisfied. Those that are chunky wish that they were skinny. The ones that are skinny wish that they were curvy. The ones that have straight hair wish that they had curly. Like, we're never satisfied. It's really about your own personal confidence and how you feel about you.
Absolutely.
So that's
and you do have to be smart. A smart, beautiful woman.
Y te voy a decir una cosa. Let me tell you something.
Woman.
Not for nothing, pero que I've always been como que very curvy, the fat ass and everything. I'm Dominican. I'm black. It just comes with the DNA. Pero ever since I lost the weight, or I've lost like about close to 60 pounds.
Wow.
Ever since I lost the weight, I've noticed how my attention has changed a little bit from the way that I used to dress to how I'm dressing now, personally. The way that I think, I'm thinking more, it's more about the businesswoman, the intellectual side, I'm focusing on something else.
Because you got the physical down. Is that what you mean?
I don't know if that's what it is.
You're happy with your body.
Yes.
You don't think about it. It's not like consuming all your thoughts. And you can focus on the things that are more important.
And that's where it goes back into having confidence. Whether you have surgery or you don't get surgery done, it's all about your confidence. And if you choose to want to get surgery done, please come down here to Miami and check out Dr. Miami, because he's lit. You don't have to go all the way.
No one's ever died in my practice, and I've ever been super malpractice. That's the most important thing. But there are lots of great surgeons in Miami and everywhere, in the DR too. Just make sure you do your homework. Go someplace safe. Please, it's definitely not worth dying.
As a matter of fact, I have a friend that got surgery done with you, but I'm not saying who she is because then she's going to kill me. Pero you did her booty really nice.
Thank you.
I need that booty really nice done. What is your Instagram? How can they find you?
The Real Dr. Miami.
The Real.
That's it.
The Real Dr. Miami.
Comes up.
Yeah. He does TikToks and very popular. Oh, shout outs to all the nurses and the girls that work.
I got a great team.
Yes.
I have a great team. One finger can't even lift a pebble. I have a great team around me, and that's how we get it done.
I definitely want to show some love to all the girls that work at your office. I haven't met any of them, but I do see all the love and work that they put in and how much they love and respect you. And, you know, I'm always about empowering women. So, girls, you're doing a great job. You honestly are. I really hope and pray that this podcast has been helpful for the men that have the small penises, helpful for the women that have the stretch out totos, helpful for the ones that have the long saggy titties that you might have to lift and tuck again like me. I'm next. Okay. You know, it's okay. Live your life. Enjoy your body.
That's okay.
Be the best version of you. And if you feel that you want to get a little surgery to feel better about yourself, do that too. Who cares, right?
People think.
Who cares what people think? And you're next, right? What do you want to get done?
My booty.
You want to eat your booty?
Because I'm flattered to see everyone. I'm just flat back there.
It's okay, but guess what?
When God had a line of the girls with booties, I did not make the line.
That booty still do what it got to do. And that's all that matters. And that's all that matters.
Well, we can wrap it up right there.
And that's right. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's right. That's a wrap. Gracias. Don't forget to join us every Thursday on Exactly Amara for all the new episodes that we have going on. Thank you so much to Dr. Miami. You are the best. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has definitely been a pleasure. And please, guys, go follow us at all our social media platforms at Exactly Amara on Twitter, Instagram, and check us out also on YouTube. By the way, give your Instagram or social medias one more time so they can go check you out.
The Real Dr. Miami.
The Real Dr. Miami.
The real one.
Dale, Stevie, unas palabritas para el pueblo.
Bueno, para mi pueblo querido, te amamos y gracias por estar con nosotros aquí en Exactly Amara. And you, how about my Instagram?
Bueno, Stevie.
Pero ve acá, tú no me preguntaste a mí.
Go, okay, fine, Stevie.
Pregúntame.
What is your Instagram, Stevie?
Stevie Nunez, STEVEYNEWNEZ.
And remember to follow us also at My Cultura Podcast.
Yes.
And like I said before, Exactly Amara. Thank you guys so much for listening. And don't miss our next episode next Thursday. Thank you, Dr. Miami. Woo-hoo!